Okay, David, thank you so much. That was great fun. And we are still doing fine in terms of time. You've gone a little bit over. That means for everybody on the call, it'll probably be a very short bio break, which will only be able to allow you. Let me briefly switch back to my slides. In the 1.5 minutes we have until the next session starts, there's just a few pointers which I wanted to share with everyone, just in case you've found the content interesting which has been presented so far, and in case you're not aware, we have loads of information. Obviously, we have the Spatial homepage as the main landing page, and David has just been talking about the live labs, as he was just alluding to. He has just a few days ago, he's actually launched the new live labs workshop on the Apex capabilities in conjunction with Spatial, which if you go to that link, if you go to this URL, the bit.ly URL, go live labs spatial, that'll do a query on the keyword spatial, and the one which is tagged as new is going to be the one you're looking for. There's more workshops on the spatial features, some dedicated on spatial, some on converged database, which have some spatial aspects to it, which you may find interesting. So there's, for anybody who wants to have hands-on experience, I can definitely recommend the live labs. Other than that, I mean, you probably know most of the links. We'll stick them into the chat just so that you don't need to scribble them down, and then you can go straight over to the YouTube channel, for example, where there's videos showing all kinds of things. There's the LinkedIn group, if you're not aware, and that's where we're also sharing information about our upcoming events and the like. And if you want to see where I'm currently sitting, I have, just before today's session, I've tweeted a little picture of myself, the so-called moderator selfie, before we actually got started. So if you want to head over to the Twitter, if anybody's still using Twitter these days, you can find my Twitter handle here, and you can see where I am. We also have more Twitter handles. We have the Analytics.net Oracle user community has the analytic data, what's it called? I forget that, but there's one also for the analytics data Oracle user community, and there's GeneIM, and there's a couple of folks. We'll put them into the chat, and that gives us that sort of fills the break. And with that, we can move on to the last session for today. It's my great pleasure to introduce my colleague Dan Geringer. He's up next with his session on performance optimization.